Speaking of catching up, we one of the things that I did in the process of getting ready for this interview is take a look at your YouTube clips. And I mean, my God, every time I go on there, there are probably another 100 clips because your fans are just posting all the time.
I know.
But one of the
fans with iPhones.
Yeah, well,
That's a blessing and a curse, right?
it's a blessing and a curse. But one of the coolest things that we saw was when you guys did the national anthem at the Mavericks game.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
There's a videotape of that. And what struck me was that you were singing in a key that works for you guys, but I don't think was the original key for the song.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
But it
Typical singers.
sounded bleeping great.
Thank
It was
you.
just awesome. And I think it was.
It's an evil little tune. It's not easy.
It's hard.
No, it is. It had. You start out low, and you.
Oh, yeah.
It's a challenge, and it really separates the artists and the people who have chops from the people who are, punters.
I mean,
they would say
basically
anyway.
everyone should just play Whitney Houston,
Oh,
a video
yeah.
of her doing it, and just everyone else needs to just stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Including us.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think what you guys did was so original and so different.
Thank you.
It was way different than any national anthem I've heard. Even Ray Benson's national anthem sound more traditional and straight. I liked the 3-part harmonies and the fiddle intro. That was just off the hook. You never see that, But that also speaks to you guys' love for football, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are all nuts for football. Now,
No.
what's up with that? Is it because you're from Texas and that's part of the culture, or
That is,
I
I
guess
guess,
Texans
is it the
are.
hunky dudes, or what is it?
Well, I mean, the national anthem was actually a Dallas Mavericks basketball game.
Oh, basketball game. Okay, pardon me. Okay.
That's okay.
That's actually the first pro basketball game I ever went to. And then of course we
We
played.
were excited.
It
though.
was
It was a
fun.
good game.
But I've seen you guys post all frequently about football and go Cowboys or
I don't really.
or go Horns, Longhorns, Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm more of. I think I've posted recently about the Stars. Maybe that's
The
what you're
Stars.
thinking.
Okay.
Dallas Stars. I like hockey. Those posts have been from me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because
So you're
okay,
a hockey nut too.
I'm a hockey fan. Well, and honestly, because it's really cool, the Dallas Stars right now have a player named Vernon Fiddler. And so, of course, I have the Fiddler jersey, and people think that I've made that jersey, and
Right.
I'm like, no, guys, he's a real player, number 38.
And his
That's-
name is
that's-
Fiddler.
His name
That's
is Vernon
perfect.
Fiddler.
Someone named Fiddler, that's just going to lure Hulda right in.
Yeah. That's.
I am the
I gotta
man
know.
a second
I
I saw
gotta know
that.
who that person is.
Yes,
What's
it
up
did
with
lure
that
me
person?
in.
That's true.
Well, let's jump back. The band changes. So after the Purple Halls left, got a new guitar player, a new bass player. Tell me who they are, where they came from, why they deserve to be working with you guys.
Well, Simon Stipp is on Archstop guitar, and he's actually been a long-time friend of ours.
He happens to be my brother-in-law.
I
Exactly.
was going to say, keep it in the family,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
And he's a very talented artist and graphic designer, and but he's always played guitar and been super passionate about it. And we kind of grew up, over the past, going to contests. Well, primarily with his brother because his brother plays fiddle.
Yeah.
From a young
They
age.
would
and
show
then-
up at contests and we would too. They both took from the same music mentors as us, so
So we
we've
kind of-
known them since we were young. I've known Isaac since we were 7 and 9. So
Wow.
there's actually a pamphlet and a booklet of a picture of the very first fiddle contest where we met the first time, and it lists out who won, what places, who got what, and both of our names are listed right in there.
That's too cute.
It
So
is-
when you get
it's-
married 15 years later.
Pretty
it's-
much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's really
Yeah.
neat.
And we
Music
didn't
world
know
is small.
Simon as well,
well.
from that early age because he didn't get into the guitar playing style of the Texas style music and Texas style breakdown guitar playing and swing until later, till he was in his late teens, early 20s, more his early 20s, and so but he's always played guitar his whole life, and so and we all just started kind of hanging out and maybe jamming and stuff, and then he's just such a killer rhythm guitar player. They were
Well, we lured him into the band because I heard through the grapevine through his brother, my husband, that he was talking one day. He was like, it'd be so, it'd be fun to play music professionally. And I've always really liked Simon's guitar playing. And I got to marinating on that, and I was like, we're looking for, we know we need to make a transition, and we're looking for musicians, and Simon knows our music, and we've all listened to the same stuff, and so we came to him and sat him down and bought him dinner and said, hey, you want to quit your day job and come join us on the road? And he was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
That's a conversation I'd like to have. Okay, that's really cool.
It was exciting.
It was fun, and then when we found our bass player, Daniel Parr, we have such a great resource in our backyard of the University of North Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And we found
Texas Lab Band, North Texas Jazz Lab Band.
Yeah,
That's
the 1 o'clock,
famous.
2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so Lynn Seaton is the head jazz teacher of bass up there, and the principal bass teacher, I should say. And we've known Lynn for a while, and checking the time here.
No.
And so anyways, we've actually found some of our bass players through Lynn. And so Drew Phelps and Gavin Kelso, and we found their names through them, and we just had a great relationships with both of them. We just saw Drew the other day, had lunch with them. And so when we were looking for a bass player, I called Lynn up, and he gave me like 7 names of people to call because he knows our music. And so I did the awkward cold call. Hey, you want to come audition with a band you've never heard of? And it was great though. We met a lot of great guys, and then when we met Dan, it was just a great fit. We liked his playing, we liked his personality. We just had a lot of fun. We ended up having like lunch after the audition, and just we ended up laughing and just having a great time. We were like, we could see ourselves hanging out with you a lot, since we will be, since we're on the road. And so that's kind of how we did a kind of a trial run with everybody and did a tour, and then we all agreed that it was working, and so they're full-time now with us.
Great. So as of when they're full-time?
A year ago, right this time.
Okay.
Exact.
Yeah, because I
Exact
know
day.
when we saw you at Austin City Limits, that was all just about to blow, all just about to happen.
Yeah,
I remember
everything
you
was
guys
all
kind of
about
told me
to-
on the side, well, things are going to change real soon.
Yeah, everything was just kind of all happening. It all happened really fast, within about a month. But we kind of, you know how stuff is.
Yeah, but it sounds like it all happened. It all went down smoothly, and the way
it did.
It was great.
made it a good experience, because you're not now kind of off into a new phase of your career and building it to the next level.
Yeah.
And looking forward. I wanted to also ask about the Cowboy Festival. This is the 4th appearance. It's going to be the first time at the Canyon Theater Guild as opposed to out at Melody Ranch. It's a really neat little venue. You'll really like it. It's very intimate.
Cool.
And I'm pretty sure it's close to sold out, if it's not totally sold out.
Awesome, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome to hear.
But any surprises for the folks in Santa Clarita here this year?
I have a disappointing thing to announce, that I will not be wearing cowboy boots because I forgot to pack them
Oh my God!
at a cowboy
Can you
festival.
believe that?
We all 3 forgot to pack cowboy boots.
So we're super apologies in advance to our audience.
You need to get down to the boot barn really fast.
I know.
There's one in
I will be
in
making a
Newhall.
public apology from the stage.
Okay. I'd let you borrow mine, but I don't think they'd fit.
I don't think you have size 5 feet. So.
No, they're a little bit larger. Okay, sounds good. Well, the last thing that I wanted to ask you about was the Library of Congress appearance that you guys did.
Yeah.
Because that was, I watched the video. We just saw it a moment ago, and it reminded me, but I watched the video, and the history that you guys brought forth, and the context that you were able to give what you're doing, I thought was really, really good. And that's something that is a great thing for people doing research on American music, and contemporary American music in particular would have access to that. So that was really cool. Chris Hillman did one of those.
Yeah.
Chris Hillman from the Byrds and Desert Rose Band. He'd been involved in so many important events in rock history, and it was
Yeah.
amazing to hear all the backstories behind the stuff that we knew about, but you know, here's what really happened. You know, and that's really neat. But what you guys did, I think, is really important because people need to. It's part of the musical education of people, and you know, you don't hear what you guys do on the radio all the time.
No.
So live performances and interviews and podcasts and social media, YouTube. That's really the way that, you know, that it's getting out there for you guys.
But all those things you mentioned, that is, to me, that's the kind of future of where music and the promotion of music is. And I love the fact that it's so cool that we're kind of in an age where other types of media are becoming major competitors of just the kind of cookie cutter radio-ish. And not all radio stations that way. A lot of them are becoming actually more flexible because the competition of podcast radio, not radio, but internet and all that stuff,
it's pushing them back more to the personality-oriented radio.
Which is awesome because more and more we get calls like, come do a podcast, come do this, we have this special internet show, and oh yeah, by the way, we have this many thousands of followers all over the world. You're like, what?
Right.
It's nuts.
That's the beauty of YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, which brings me, when are you guys traveling overseas to perform next? You have a European tour anytime soon?
We don't have anything in Europe right now. I think are we going to Canada?
We don't have anything booked in Canada. We got stuff
We've been
in
talking
the
about
works.
Canada.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
we have
To
gone
be announced,
over.
hopefully, maybe.
TBA.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with it. There's just been little mutterings amongst the people.
Well, do you count Europeans among your fans? I mean,
Yeah,
do you get mail and feedback and various other comments from European? I see, you know, posts from people out. There's actually a YouTube video posted by some guy in Russian.
Yeah.
Quebe Sisters. So you know, I think that really helps when you're not actually touring. It's like the Beatles didn't want to tour anymore, so they said, okay, we're going to create a promotional clip and send that to Ed Sullivan instead of, and that was the beginning of rock videos. So you know,
That's cool.
it's a proxy thing for you because you don't have to actually do it, but it actually expands your possible fan base like way beyond the United States, and that's great. Kinky Friedman, for instance, has a huge fan base over there. Not just only for the music, but for his mystery novels and stuff. You know, but they love him over there.
I bet.
And you know, but it's funny how, and this is not.
He's a Texan.
He's Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's another one of those things where there's a particular affinity that Europeans have for American music and American pop culture. That because we're in the middle of it or we're in the midst of it, it's, you know,
Right.
it's not as unique to us as it
We
is
take it a
to
little
them.
bit for granted.
For granted,
because
exactly.
It's just part of who
What we
we
see
are,
all the
and
time.
yeah. When all the tours we've done, not that we've done a ton, but the times we have toured in Europe, and then we did like a 2-week tour of Russia, and we've just gotten.
So that's where the
really
Russian video
That's
came from.
probably
Yeah.
is where that came from. We've just always gotten really good feedback, and like you said, they really love, you know, Western music, you know, American music, I should say, and like being from Texas is considered really cool.
Yes.
And it's just kind of like you don't even have to do anything if you just say you're from Texas. They're like, whoa.
That's the coolest country I've never been to.
Exactly. too. So you know, we just have to write on that. Well, sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm from Texas.
No,
Y'all.
Exactly. So.
Well, great. I really appreciate the time, and
thank you so
wish
much.
you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Steve.
Looking forward to seeing you guys tonight, and hopefully you'll come back sooner than 4 years next time.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So too, we're starting a tour. We're actually going to be out and doing a West Coast tour this fall.
Nice.
So it'll be in the works. You'll be hearing from me.
Let me know. I'll do what I can to help pre-promote and get everybody that I know to come and go.
Yeah, we're going to be doing, I think, some in California and then going up through Seattle and on ending up in Oregon and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think it'll
have
be in
I have
October.
friends in Oregon and I have friends in Seattle, so we'll make sure you're
Sweet.
well
Love to
taken
know.
care of all the way up the coast.
Thanks
We love
again
hearing that.
for making this happen and like just
Having us
promoting
on
us.
here.
You're the constant, faithful promoter of our band music.
Oh.
And we appreciate it.
My pleasure. You guys just keep doing what you're doing and I'll be happy to keep doing what I'm doing.
Cool.
Thanks, Stephen.
All right. Stephen
Bye,
K.
y'all.
Peeples, we're signing off. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.